Welcome to Psychology Refresh. Today we're going to rank MBTI personalities based on their reaction to changes. Make sure to watch each one and find out which personalities like changes and which do not. Some personality types react to change very well, and some just can't stand any changes in their lives. Each individual reacts to changes in a particular way. However, based on general tendencies, we have ranked each one of the 16 personality types in one of these categories. Here is the MBTI personalities ranked based on their reaction to changes. Number 1. ISTJ. Because they value structure and order, ISTJs may struggle with change. They desire to always have to be able to perform their responsibilities, which makes them dependable and diligent people. The ISTJ will struggle to adapt when there are too many changes. They frequently excel at learning new things, but they detest being forced into change. Number 2. ISFJ. ISFJs take pleasure in being able to maintain peace and order in their surroundings. As a result, individuals frequently experience anxiety whenever there is a change. They prefer consistency and prefer to live according to a set schedule. One of the worst things for an ISFJ is chaos. This will cause them great distress. They might be alright if the change is obviously for the better, but they won't be comfortable until they are certain. Number 3. ESTJ. ESTJs frequently don't mind if things are improving, but you need to make sure they understand this. The ESTJ will become anxious right away if the change is unfavorable or unknowable. They prefer maintaining order and control in their surroundings, which change may undoubtedly ruin. The ESTJ dislikes uncertainty and seeks assurance about the future. If you are enjoying our content, please give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. Number 4. ESFJ. Making sure their loved ones are content is the ESFJ's primary concern. They frequently experience unease and anxiety when change is introduced into their life. They put a lot of effort into fostering peace in their surroundings and usually struggle when it is disturbed. They dislike having too many things up in the air and want to know what will happen. Number 5. INFJ. Change can be difficult for an INFJ, but it truly depends on the type of change they are experiencing. An INFJ may have a very difficult time adapting to changes in any form of connection, including friendships and romantic ones. They desire long-lasting relationships in their lives and experience extreme sadness when they must let go of someone. INFJs frequently don't mind change as long as it's something they initiated. They might understand that change is a necessary aspect of life, but they genuinely do not enjoy it that much. Number 6. INFP. While INFPs frequently welcome change in their lives, they also require a certain amount of stability. They frequently appreciate and welcome small changes. Because INFPs enjoy novelty and excitement, even small changes can be enjoyable to them. The INFP frequently enjoys the thought of altering their lives while they are younger in an effort to discover what actually makes them happy. Given that they have experienced so many changes already, the INFP presumably finds less satisfaction in change as they get older. Number 7. ENFJ. The ability to predict the future appeals to ENFJs who like to keep their lives ordered. The ENFJ strives arduously to keep everything in balance and wants to be able to maintain harmony in their surroundings. The ENFJ will feel severely upset if things are excessively chaotic or disrupted. They put a lot of effort into making certain that their lives are organized and taken care of. It is absolutely intolerable that the ENFJ could not be able to care for their loved ones if things go out of hand. Number 8. ENFP. Certain parts of change are enjoyable to ENFPs, but they generally prefer change that they actively bring about. They desire to live an exciting life, which frequently entails taking chances and making adjustments. The ENFP typically dislikes change that is imposed upon them since it feels somewhat restrictive. Without having these changes forced upon them, they want to feel free to make their own life changes. However, the ENFP is resilient and will try to adapt to any change that occurs in their life. Number 9. ESTP. ESTPs typically flourish in surroundings that change. They detest leading a life that is unchanging and devoid of opportunities for learning. ISTPs appreciate the thrill of the unexpected and truly thrive on it. They excel in dealing with the challenging aspects of life and developing creative solutions for every challenge. The joy that the ISTP seeks in life is frequently provided by change. Number 10. ISFP. ISFPs typically welcome the thought of change and enjoy the thrill of exploration. Since they take their personal relationships very seriously, they dislike going through too much change. The ISFP is frequently willing to see the positive side of things if the change just affects their environment or way of life. Number 11. ESTP. Certain types of change in their lives don't bother ESTPs. They appreciate being able to experience excitement and frequently look for novel sensations. The change will excite the ESTP as long as it does not hinder them in any way. They frequently make an effort to focus on life's advantages while figuring out how to handle any changes that may arise. Number 12. ESFP. Since change is typically appealing to ESFPs, they could prefer it to stagnation. If they are kept in one spot for an extended period of time, they could easily get bored. The ESFP is quite open to change as long as they are able to keep the people they love in their lives. Number 13. INTJ. INTJs frequently examine the change in an effort to predict the effects it will have. They are interested in learning if this development is good or negative and how they should respond to it. They rarely make an effort to resist change since they recognize it is a natural aspect of life. They'll discover that they can handle this transition the best by using their intuition. INTJs may try to change the situation depending on the change, but most of the time they will accept the change and continue. They have a keen sense of the future and excel at identifying the most advantageous tactical paths to achieve their objectives. Since they do like to be in control, INTJs do appreciate having enough advance notice to be able to manage the shift ahead of time. They typically have a keen sense of intuition that enables them to anticipate impending change. Number 14. INTP. INTPs like learning about a variety of topics, which frequently helps them adapt to change. They spend much of their time learning as much as they can because they want to be able to handle any circumstance that may arise. Because they are so good at adjusting, INTPs will scramble to learn as much as they can about any change that affects them. They like subtle adjustments and intriguing new things. However, too many unfavorable changes in one's life may eventually anger an INTP. They appreciate having the opportunity to explore options, which usually entails change. The INTP is generally open to change as long as there are some constants in their lives. Number 15. ENTJ. ENTJs typically take pleasure in having control over their surroundings. The ENTJ may get uncomfortable with change as a result of their demand for structure and organization. However, although ENTJs do value the chance to develop, this largely relies on the kind of change. They take pleasure in having the opportunity to take on fresh and interesting problems. They excel at formulating plans and frequently relish the chance to broaden their horizons. The ENTJ might even like it if they can work out how to make the shift lead to the best possible future. Number 16. ENTP. To keep things interesting, ENTPs frequently find themselves making deliberate adjustments in their lives. They take pleasure in having access to fresh opportunities and methods of learning and understanding. They adore having the ability to embrace change and take chances in life. ENTPs excel at going with the flow and frequently discover that they are unafraid of change. They accept life as it comes and are excited by the fresh opportunities that change may bring. They are always eager to learn new things and take in as much information as they can. These videos will be really helpful for you.